Sometimes we make it sound as if the government itself will build, but the government plans to facilitate the construction of 500,000 houses across the country to achieve our low-cost housing agenda for Kenyans. Overall, to achieve the low-cost housing agenda, there is need for the construction industry to embrace technological changes that will result in the mind shift on the use of innovative products and services, whose aggregate effect would be to lower the average cost of the building. Due to historical reasons, and most of you are aware of that, British standards and codes of practice are widely used in structural engineering in Kenya. In 2013, the British Standards Institution made decision to change to the use of structural Eurocodes from British Standards and Codes of Practice. Following this decision, a workshop was organized by KEBS in 2012. A workshop organized by KEBS in 2012 proposed that initially Kenya will adopt the structural Eurocodes with British national annexes. This is because switching to structural Eurocodes will allow us keeping up with the evolution of the codes, which is no longer the case for British standards. And change to structural Eurocodes will open Kenya to international construction markets. It was expected that by January 2017, the process of implementation of structural Eurocodes will have been completed for their use in the construction industry. However, due to financial constraints, this was not accomplished. First, we stand to increase the competitiveness and lower costs as we widen our marketing and use of structural products. Secondly, the standards provide a common basis for education, research, and development. Thirdly, they provide a common design criteria and method, and the country's specific data will be captured. Fourthly, Eurocodes will help us to harmonize the services market in the construction sector.
All along, we have been using British standards. So whatever construction is there has been benefiting the country accordingly. Now, we are saying with the Eurocodes, those now will be the alternative standards. After stopping using the British standards, we start using the Eurocodes. Yes, then it means the design will be in compliance to those standards and benefiting everybody. If at all, you can see we are on the first floor of a building. Remember that was referred to. You must be safe here because a standard was used in putting up this building. So at the end of the road, it is everybody who benefits because we end up with construction to accepted standards. Having standards that open up international trade is beneficial. So we are saying Kenya could put resources in just developing a standard applicable to Kenya. But now if we use that in our training, you can imagine then we are limiting our capacity to undertake initiatives elsewhere. But if you have a code with principles that are covering many participating countries, you open up the country as well for participation in international trade. Eurocodes now will be a standard like any other. Yes. And so upon a technical committee completing, there are processes within Kenya Bureau of Standards, approval processes for the final, to make it now mandatory, a mandatory standard. So there is a system for implementing a standard that a technical committee has finished preparing.